It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see Luke Musgrave. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Packers and the Cowboys under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. To return is Naheem Hines. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this tape, Mike, the problem is at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has to be a productive player within your system, and you turn the ball over the way he did last week and not really lead to any points or any real sustained success on offense. That is a hard combination if you expect to win. So they're going to need more production, they're going to need more touchdowns, and they're going to need less turnovers. It's asking a lot. It's a big change from last week, but without it, I don't know if they can expect the results to ever change.
This one, deep downfield for Mingo. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mike, when we have a chance to talk to this quarterback's teammates, the word they always use is perfectionist, and it's pretty easy to see why. When we had a chance to sit down with them the other day, one thing was very clear. He was not happy about having that blemish on the stat line, the interception. Now, it didn't change the outcome of the game, but it certainly prevented him from being able to really appreciate what he accomplished in last week's win. If that meeting is any indication of what we should expect, I think it's pretty safe to assume he's placing a big emphasis on protecting the ball over these next 4 quarters.
On second down, Purdy. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That one intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. First down, shotgun snap to Purdy. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Purdy now on 2nd down. We'll go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They'll throw again with Purdy. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 10. First down, Green Bay. Purdy gonna put it up again. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A chance now to make up for that earlier pick 6. They have it 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
This one caught at the 4. And his defense going to get to him at the 3-yard line, bringing up 4th down. The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. His kick is perfect. And the Packers are on the board. It's 7-3.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Holding offense.
Tyler Smith, guilty on that one. Second down, Prescott. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
He'll try to run for it. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
And that just can't happen. Third and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
Play fake. Prescott. He got it to Mingo. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight coverage.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Hook him up on a second down and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And he'll be taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Pistol now for Prescott. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Now after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. On second down, it's Dak. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And he'll take this to the 13. Third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Cowboys go out to a 10-3 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Here's Purdy, making the read and keeping it. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Throwing on second down is Purdy. That complete to Jacobs. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Third down and 9. Purdy works out of the pistol. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. Big strides. Look at him go. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
They face second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. To the goal line and in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Packers will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here's Hines now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. First and 10. A hit, and he has lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. They'll try to set up the screen here. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. On third down, Prescott. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect.
That'll be intercepted. Going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Packers offense running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. We'll check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category. Running is Jacobs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. From the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Here's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and one of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here's Hines now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
They'll give it to Dobbins. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Lucas Van Ness, the former first-round pick, there to make the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Dak to throw. Catch is made. That's Mingo. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
A run with Dobbins. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
A run with Hines. And just a short gain there, down to the 38. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Mingo, the man in motion. 2nd down, Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
Again, Prescott to the air. That one, take it in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. Here now, 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Purdy to throw. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Pass is completed to Cup. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Here's Purdy again. Oh, we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Notre Dame. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Aubrey, good with the extra point. Cowboys add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. 1st and 10 for Purdy. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. A fair catch. He's going to call it, take it right around his own 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, Prescott. The catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. 3rd and a yard. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the first down up to the 45. So we've reached halftime here on our Thursday Nighter to start the new NFL week. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visitors from the north, the Vikings, who were able to get the road victory.
And no rest for the weary.
Well.
Let's get right back
in
to
Los Angeles,
quarter number 3,
where it'll be the Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Here's Nixon on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. Throwing is Purdy. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Purdy. Toward the outside. Catch made by Watson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. For the middle, it's Cup. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw once more, it's Purdy. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Third and short. Here's Purdy. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Packers.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
Again in the air for Purdy. That complete to Jacobs.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Throwing again is Purdy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Purdy. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Dak gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Prescott. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
To the air again. Prescott. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's good for the Cowboys.
Here's Dobbins. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now it's Dobbins, and he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he will go down here, but there is a marker on the field, and the defense may have gotten a head start on that one.
Automatic first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Prescott now. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. The open man is Tolbert. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. From the shotgun, it's Dak. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
They'll motion a tight end right. On 3rd down, Prescott gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Dak to throw. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his tight end, that's Musgrave. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Third down, Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. On comes the Packers punting team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work, and they look to finish it off here in the fourth. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. A first down throw for Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down. They'll stay on the ground. Lots of space past the 45. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Here's the toss as they look to run. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A quick toss into the hands of Lamb. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
He'll get this out wide. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb.
It ended up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
In motion, Lamb. Again, Prescott to the air. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Prescott again. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Dak. Got a man. That's Tolbert. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? What a critical flag. Roughing the passer. It sets up 1st and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A tight end in motion now. Play fake. Now it's Purdy. Right back to Watson. Another grab. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Toward the middle, that one caught by Watson. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. There's that man again, another catch. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Packers 23.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, that recovery certainly makes things a little more interesting, but you're still down 2 possessions, so you've got to work fast, score quickly, and then line back up and recover another one.
They'll stick to the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. On 2nd down, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Purdy works out of the pistol. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Here's 1st and 10. Mingo, the man in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. For the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 48-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good.